Namaskar. Good evening. Good evening to all our stalwarts. A warm welcome to all of you in Poesy Tales April English Meet number 50. Yes, you heard it right. Poesy Tales is hosting its 50th virtual kavyagoshti. Hope you all are doing great. Today, we have with us stalwarts of English literature from India and from Nigeria. Hope John Sir joins us a bit later. We all are excited to listen to you, isn't it, audience? So, without much ado, let us begin today's English meet. First of all, I'd like to invite Dr. Rakesh Chandraji to present his poem. But before we move ahead, a brief introduction of Dr. Rakesh Chandraji. Dr. Rakesh Chandraji is a former civil servant who has completed PhD in law from Lucknow University. He has got four collections of English poems titled Moon is Black, Circle of Life, The Sunset Musings, On the Wings of Clouds. Also, one collection of Hindi poems titled Mere Shehar Mein, and a book on Rekha Chitra titled Bechehre Wale Log. His English poems have found place in different anthologies, poetry journals, and newspapers also. He has authored three books on law. Sir, it's an honor to have you with us today. A kind
Thank you.
request to present your first poem. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very good evening to all poetic luminaries from different parts of country. So, in the beginning, I would like to start with distributing sweets, rather sweet, because I can't present it physically, but through poetry, I will distribute sweet, and the best sweet to me is Rasagulla. So, my first poem is a poetic ode to Rasagulla. And I regret that Mr. John will be missing that rasgulla's taste. So anyway, so this is a poetic ode to rasgullas. Oh, rasagullas, you are the king of sweets, and adorn the sweetmeat shop with full glamour and majesty. Your round figure, drenched in sweet juice, makes my heart jump with joy. Living without you in this world is to face an unwanted calamity. When I gulp you down my throat, it appears to be a buttery path. Your taste is only one in millions, reminding me of an expert chef's wizardry. You change colors with impunity. Be it brown, black, or white, you are adored in the Indian subcontinent without any ambiguity. You are my favorite all the time, and I am your biggest fan. Long live Rasagullas. You are for me the most charming celebrity. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's excellent, sir. Uh, that's a mouth-watering poem, I should say. Rasagulla, favorite of most of us. And
Yes, yes.
very nicely put, all the elements of the dish you have presented in front of us. Very nice, sir.
Thank you.
Loved it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So let's move ahead and invite our second participant for today. Next, we have Dr. Sudipta Mishraji. Sudipta Mishraji is a multifaceted artist and dancer. She has co authored in more than 100 books. Her third book, The Essence of Life, is credited with Amazon's bestseller, and her next book, The Songs of My Heart, is scaling newer heights of glory. She garnered numerous accolades from international literary organizations like the famous Rabindranath Tagore Memorial, Mahadevi Varma Sahitya Siromani Award, Powerful Women Award, and so on. She regularly pens articles in newspapers as a strong female voice against gender discrimination, global warming, domestic violence against women, etc. Most welcome, ma'am, on this platform. And we'd like to hear you recite your first poem.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? First of all, I would like to express my gratitude for giving me the golden opportunity to recite my poem here, and thank you for the lovely introduction. So, my poem's title is Happiness. From now onwards, happiness can be felt only after finding a way out of the trap of words and phrases. Happiness can be felt while moving in endless streams of possibilities. Beyond the barrier of words, it's about looking for the elusive ray of hope from one's own shadow, a people through which the entire sky could descend. From now on, happiness will dwell in the waiting for the song of the lost bird, in expecting to watch your face that emerges from the layers of memory. Happiness is to discover the claims of love from the silence of unsaid words. Feel the inexhaustible freshness of unconditional love between two hearts. What kind of happiness you have come searching for, covering such a long time and distance? You have already played the terrible games of life to taste happiness. Do you think happiness is but a retelling of our deferred meeting? Is it a poem of life? Do you think the secret of joy lies in finding the subtle core of beauty in extreme denials? Does happiness exist for you in continuous searching for meaning, just like the character in Jataka's story, who, in quest of joy at each household, asked for a handful of mustard? Does happiness mean to be like Buddha in blissful meditation, transcending ailments, aging, and death? Is happiness a magic which enables a crippled cross heal? Does happiness come as a season when flowers return to the trees, when waters come back flow and feel the past riverbed? It's over. Thank you for listening to me so patiently.
Very nice.
That's
Thank
excellent,
you, sir.
ma'am. Most of us are really in search of happiness, and the more we go after it, it eludes us. Very nicely put, ma'am. Very
Yes,
nice
sir.
poem. So let's move ahead towards our next participant. We have with us Dr. Rita Malhotra ji. So before I invite her to recite her poem, I'll give a short intro for her. Dr. Rita Malhotra ji is a National Science Talent Scholar and National Scholarship Awardee by Ministry of Education, Government of India. Dr. Rita Malhotra ji is a mathematician, poet, essayist, and translator, professor of mathematics and former principal, Kamla Nehru College, University of Delhi. Her writings are globally published and translated into 14 languages. She has 16 published books, of which one is a book on literary essays. She has been an invited delegate, speaker across countries, jury member at All India Poetry Contests, chairperson, and speaker at literary and cultural meets at various embassies in New Delhi, guest of honor and speaker on the occasion of Women's Day, panelist at book discussions. It's an honor to have you with us, Dr. Rita Malhotra ji. Most welcome, ma'am, to present your first poem.
Thank you so much, Anuji. I'm here privileged because of you amongst such distinguished poets. My first poem, the second one will be short. This is called The Land of Shiva. The timeless consciousness of Benares is awakened by the mist-clad goddess of dawn, in tiptoeing steps like a deer in the dark to resume her walk in light. A peaceful, pious morning opens its eyes from a dreamless sleep. Its listening eye assimilates the ethereal notes of morning ragas in the soft lull of ripples across the enigmatic enchantress, the incessantly flowing Ganges, draped in the silent color of silver gossamer. Benares embodies the deepest mysteries of humanity, encapsulates ageless traditions of Vedic rituals and laws of mythology, in divine chants of the Mangala Arati, invoking Lord Vishweshwara, ruler of the universe. Times past and present flash by the river-lined city, carving history. In naive, wide-eyed innocence, the city's sentience gazes in awe at the spiritual mystical shimmers as sun goddess stretches the waters to contemplate her golden face. The city's beguiling soul now assumes a shifting stance. It walks past burning funeral ghats, ghats that never slumber, yet allow nights and days to sleep beside them. Ghats veiled in shrouds of smoke, black oblivion, their only halo. Today, through chants of holy temple chimes, I fulfill a loved one's last wish at the solemn yet charismatic Manikarnika Ghat. I watch his human form cross the gateway to life beyond. Today I wave my last goodbye to a doting father, adorned in white jasmine fragrance on his chosen journey to moksha. I sit down to write what I know of a stunned silence in the mythical city of Benares, the site of my solitude. Today I trace the path of the lone grey kite, sailing the firmament as Baba, wearing his soft memory smile, remains a face in the rising moon. Thank you so much.
Very nice. Very nice.
Excellent, ma'am. Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Very well presented. And you
Yeah.
created an aura, a mystical aura. It's
Banaras.
to listen to you reciting the poem. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's move on to our next participant for today, that is Pradnya Surveji. A brief introduction for her. Pradnya Surveji is a SAHM with experience in education, counseling, and business, a postgraduate degree in child development and family relations. She has contributed immensely to her blogging and writing skills. She is a counselor with training in life skills. An avid reader, she has written blogs, stories, and poems on several platforms. Pradnaji has contributed to several stories and poetry collections published by esteemed publications. Most welcome, ma'am, on this platform. And I'd like to invite you to present your first poem. Your mic is mute, ma'am. Mic, mute. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Anupama ji, for the good introduction and good evening to all. I'm really privileged to be here today. This is my first time with the Poesy Tales Live. My first poem is about partition. The title is Homeless. A dark night, fraught with nightmares, mute witness to horrific sights. Trains filled with distraught populace, streets overflowing with dead and half dead, wanton harassment and pillage, leaving traumatic legacies in its wake. This discolored first light of a longed for dawn, displacement from homeland, know not where bound. Maps became outdated, frontiers were decided, strangers in a new world, refugee status conferred, rendered homeless overnight, a continent divided. Thank you.
Very nice. Mm.
Nice poem, ma'am. You brought forth the days of partition and how people were divided at that time. Nicely woven in your words. Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent poem, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, I have the honor to invite the founder of our show, Poetry Tales, Anupama ma'am, to recite her poem. Before reciting her poem, let me read her bio. Anupama Karwar is a multilingual poet from Mumbai, India, who writes in English, Hindi, and Marathi. Her poem book, My World, was published in January 2016. Some of her poems are published in Scarlet Leaf Review, Metaworker Literaria, Down in Dirt, Poetry Soup, All Poetry in Those Women Writing, Tahira, and other journals. She has co-authored in over 50 anthologies like Sithrism, Marathi Maza Abhiman, The Poet's Scribble, Love It's Always Love, to name a few. She has received Genesis World Writers Community Worldwide platform for raising writers for global excellence for promoting literature as a founder of Poesy Tales Group. So let me invite Anupama ma'am for reciting her first poem in this prestigious platform.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sudipta ji, for the introduction. And I'd like to thank all the audience who have joined us. We have Rashmi Petheji, we have Madhuri Kulkarni ji who has joined us. We had Mr. Prakash Surveji who had joined us. Thank you all for watching this show and for encouraging our poets. Thanks a lot. So, I'd like to present my first poem. The title of the poem is Moon. Luminous moon and sparkling stars have cast their way, have cast their light on my way. Luminous moon and sparkling stars have cast their light on my way. Was treading on the rough dark path. Do not dread, they did softly say, as I gaze at the translucent sky. The luminous blue moon makes me sigh as it casts on me its magical spell on the labyrinth of feelings I dwell. Floating in the galaxy, my buoyant feelings, peeping into the dreamland of moon's dwellings, trying to capture the myriad hues, chasing the tufts in cluster of blues, like illustrious particles embedded in the reams. I have woven my precious, beautiful dreams like illustrious particles embedded in the reams. I have woven my precious, beautiful dreams. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Very nice. Was nice.
Magnificent.
Thank you. So now, with this, we reach the first half of our English kavyagoshti. A big thank you to all of you all who have joined us today. And here, let me take a moment to express my gratitude to our admin team. We have Ajay Varmaji for his constant guidance and technical support, Rupali Gore Laleji for her unwavering commitment and granting us beautiful certificates of the live events, Dr. Subhuhi ji, who hosts many of our shows, Rashmi Petheji, who always encourages us with her kind words, and she also hosts our Marathi events. Thank you so much to our admin team. And before we move on, as April is known as the National Poetry Month, in the second half, as I invite the poets to recite the second poem, I'll be presenting a few lines by some of the famous poets. So first, before we move on to Dr. Rakesh Chandraji, a few lines. One moment. Here, I'd like to present a few lines of Rabindranath Tagore ji. The poem titled "Give Me Strength." This is my prayer to thee, my Lord. Strike, strike at the root of penury in my heart. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows. Give me the strength to make my love fruitful in service. Give me the strength never to disown the poor or bend my knees before insolent might. Give me the strength to raise my mind high above daily trifles, and give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love. I think we have a lot to learn from all these poets. So just wanted to share a few lines. So Dr. Rakesh Chandraji, inviting you to present your second piece, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The title of my poem is The Eternal Lantern Bearer. The Eternal Lantern Bearer. If I were to traverse on an imaginary bridge made between the sea and stars, should I make a search for any divine guiding light or move like a lone warrior on a warpath? Yes, I would seek the light from a lantern bearer who will be my pole star and lead me to an uncharted journey across the borders of time with the help of a clock showing time all the way. If I find books on the way, I would try to be enlightened, as that is essential to explore honestly the veracity of supposed truth is strewn around me in the wilderness. But if I am lucky enough to find even a single rose, I would deem it a signal of God to spread the fragrance of love wherever I go, in any territory, whether celestial or man made. This is the message. Most important, that love is a divine gift of Almighty who created this universe in myriad shades. Someday, I hope to become a lantern bearer. Someday, I hope to become a lantern bearer for the wayward humanity at least. Thank you.
Excellent, sir.
Thank
Very
you, ma'am.
nice
Thank you.
message conveyed. Very lovely and with a beautiful feel to the poem. Very Excellently woven words. Very nice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, next, before I move on to our next participant, here I'd like to present a few lines by Sarojini Naiduji. I've selected her poem Bangle Sellers, and this is one of my favorite ones. Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives? Some are meant for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. Thank you. Dr. Sudipta ji, most welcome to present your second poem.
Excellent poem, ma'am. I was also fascinated by this poem, and I have written a poem also in similar vein. But
Wow.
recently, I don't have that poem. My poem is quite similar to Rita ma'am's poem. This poem is about my homeland, Puri. As twilight descends, the entire street twinkles, with distant lanes echoing the chants that creep and crawl up down them. Dazzling white faces hold up their confidence. Blazing eyes gathered in one place. The tear-stained walls weep for the desperation of the muted voices of their loved ones. The orange sky mirrors the muddy life below, while the sea stands tall, tasting the unquiet ass. A pair of eyes ignites by the fire that stare at, surrounded by half-naked men as the flames soar high.
Good evening, everyone.
It has become a ritual now. In the fog-laden morning, smoky lanes chase each other. Chimes from distant shrines awaken the daylight, while some mortal figures struggle to live on, life and death. The mysterious figures whisper solemnly, no more they can mourn. The golden footprints of memories linger, as the dwellers of this grotesque land Puri still await. It is a city of dreams. In the intersecting lanes, cows pursue the confused pilgrims. At this melting point, many flames blast, and oil lamps begin to shine like a cluster of stars. Fully clad women with drooping faces walk the naked path. In the labyrinth of narrow ways, a group of people search, repeating the same chants. With the stretcher for the deceased, the dark tribe moves towards the city of life to connect with the Holy Spirit of this realm. A mediator interacts with the shrunken faces, poking a bamboo stick into the blackened remains. The crackling of bones resonates with the thundering voice of the sea, both distant and nearby. Chaos trail towards the recurrence of events, trying its luck in the game of birth and death. This poem is about the Sorgodwara, where we cremate the dead bodies. Thank you for listening to me.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Excellently put, ma'am, and very well presented. You've portrayed a picture, entire picture in front of our eyes through your words. Very nice,
Yes, sir.
ma'am. I think we had Mr. John who joined us, but then he has some network issues. So let's see if he joins again. Till then, we'll move ahead with our next participant. We have Dr. Rita Malhotra ji. And before I invite her, I'll present a few lines written by the next poet, which is who's also known as the father of Indian English poetry, Nissim Ezekiel. I have selected philosophy poem of his. So here it goes. There is a place to which I often go, not by planning to, but by a flow, away from all existence to a cold lucidity whose will is uncontrolled. Here, the mills of God are never slow. The landscape, in its geological prime, dissolves to show its quintessential slime. A million stars are blotted out. I think of each historic passion as a blink that happened to the sad eye of time. Such deep words by such great poets. So, most welcome, Dr. Rita Malhotra ji, for your next second poem for the day.
Thank you, Anupama ji. But before I begin, I have to thank all our poets. Rakesh ji, Dr. Rakesh is your name, no? You know, I'm a
Yes.
Bengali. I have the wrong surname. So when you started with Rashogolla, it really made my evening. And Anupama ji,
Yeah.
Tagore, I began poetry with Tagore, you know, as a Bengali child growing up. You mentioned Tagore, you mentioned Sarojini. Thank you so much. And Sudipta's poem also, yes, it kind of took me to Benares also, you know, so much similarity. And I take it from here. And Madam Pradnya, is that the pronunciation? I also have a poem which is called Riot. So you've taken us back to those memories. And now I think here again, Sudipta and I connect because I write a lot on women's issues, speak a lot. And this poem is called Leela is 16.
Okay.
A year limps by in nano steps as Leela, the widow, remains a prisoner in the messy, confined core of everyday struggle, carrying the burden of invaded virginity and ostracization. Leela, the widow, turns 16 today in a faded white attire. The customary tears dried up long ago when destiny deceived. Dazed emotions lost color through sinking sensations on the painfully pious bridal night when her glass shattering shrieks broke the consciousness of the unity of her being. When oozing red spread its slow tentacles to engulf the fragments of kaleidoscopic glass bangles, her dream bangles, Leela, the widow, turned 16 today. As the candle of life burns at both ends, Leela continues to remain the distorted face of tragedy. Her silence has no secrets. Monsoons do not sing. Broken stories pile up into heaps of abuse and abandon as Leela, the widow, turns 16 today. Thank you.
Very,
Thank you.
very,
Very
very
nice,
touching.
ma'am. Heart
Very
touching
touching.
poem.
Thank
You
you
have
so much.
captured the essence of
Extremely
it,
touching.
sorrow
Yeah,
of a girl
thank you. Thank
who has been,
Very
you see,
profound.
victim of the society, victim of our thinking, born out thinking process, rather. Very pathetic thing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for this very touching poem.
you.
So
Rakesh ji just
now
said it, you
let's
know.
move on.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Mhm. Yeah, ma'am. Go ahead, please. Mhm.
No, it's, I mean, Rakesh ji just said it in one word. And the pace is slow. Yes, there is a change, but so much is still happening. So that really very sad actually. But
It's extremely sad.
That's true. That's true. So next, I'd like to invite Pradnya Surveji. So before I invite her to present her second poem, I'll recite a few lines by another famous poet, Maya Angelou. I have selected Pretty Woman poem of hers. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's me. Thank you. Just a few
Yes, sir.
lines, and I think it goes with the poem which Dr. Rita ji recited. So
it's a
we
long
can
poem and an
really connect with it.
inspiration. Yes,
Mm.
Anuji.
Yes, it's a long poem. I've just selected the first few
Yeah.
lines
No, thank you
because
for reading
we
it.
get a lot of. Thanks, thanks. Pradna ji, inviting you to present your second poem for the day.
Yeah, this is a little bit of introspection. The
Yes.
poem is titled Seasons Change. Tell me, who is the fairest of all? A teen me asked the mirror on the wall. On the prom night, will I be the one chosen? She stared back in disdain. Dear, don't be so vain. Seasons change. Am I not the best? A topper among the rest. I can win over in a meeting hands down, shining all over the town. On her face I could see a frown. Don't be so brash. Times change. Seasons passed. Time flew. I looked at my image anew. Strands of grey visible. A smile cornered by wrinkles. In your dealings, yes, you are fair. As a parent, you are the best. Don't be contented and rest, for seasons change, times change. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That was really lovely. Yes, and introspection is really a stage we all go through at some point of time or the other. Anybody else who would like to comment on this poem? Mhm.
Yes, mirror reflects our alter ego. That's why one should be always
Correct.
look at the mirror. That is our best friend, best critic, and best
Very
alter
true, sir.
ego. Mm.
Yeah, and
So
it
Very
I
true.
talks
have
about
Yes, yes,
humility. Yes, so
yes,
nice,
humility. Yes,
Pratnya.
humility also.
Yeah.
Time changes
Mirror
as
could be
well as
mirror of the mind also.
yes,
Yeah.
of course. Mm. Unless we are narcissist.
Yes,
yes. Yes,
absolutely. Yeah.
yes.
In fact, Sudipta ji, my last book is called Through the Prism of Time. So you just said it, it's the mirror of time. Yes.
Yes, yes. All the present poems presented today were on various topics, but each poem we could relate to. It's really nice to have such a vast writers among us, and really good listening to you all. So my second poem is based on the city which I belong to, Mumbai. So just penned a few lines for Mumbai. Hope you all like it. So here it goes. I think John sir is trying to connect again. I'll till then I'll begin with my poem. Every
Yes, ma'am.
city has its own charm. Every city has its own charm. I belong to the city of Mumbai, the financial city of the nation, the city bustling with people, everyone rushing to and fro. Uh, are we getting an echo with this lines?
Yes.
Yes, we're
Yes,
having some
yeah.
echo.
Even it's
Yes.
twice.
Yes, we're having some echo.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Hello, John sir. Are you able to hear us? Hello, hello, John sir. Are you able to hear me?
Hello, good evening. Good evening. Yeah, I'm live with you.
Yes, yes, we are able to see
Can
you,
you hear me?
but yes, yes, sir. Glad you could join us.
Can you
I
hear me?
was just, yes, sir. Right, right. I'm just presenting one of my poems and then I'll invite you for your recitation. Till then, can I
Yeah.
request you to keep your mic on mute, sir? Yes, sir. Right, right. I'm just presenting one of my poems and then I'll invite you for your recitation. Till then, can I request you to keep your mic on mute, sir?
Pardon? Please come again.
Can you please put your mic
Can you
on
hear me?
mute? Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Just put your mic on mute, sir.
Hello? Oh,
Uh, yes, sir. Put your mic on mute. Yes, sir.
I can hear you.
Just put your mic on mute, sir. Uh, yes, sir. Okay, I'll go ahead with my poem.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but I'd request to put your mic on mute, then we'll listen to your recitation. I guess he could be having some network issues. So I'll just continue with my recitation. A cranking of the vehicle horns, bumper to bumper traffic on the roads, welcomes all with open arms. As we all know, Mumbai city welcomes all with open arms, a place where many fulfill their dreams, witnesses plenty of upheavals too. Nobody stays hungry here, an opportunity to earn a bread for everyone, a chance to earn a livelihood through, though meager, from skyscrapers to slums, houses of one's choice to dwell, dazzling lights, sparkling buildings, streets filled with hawkers, charming in its own way, a city that never sleeps. Mumbai, Meri Chan, Mumbai, Meri Chan. Thank you. I'm sure we all are proud of our city since
Oh,
a
yes.
long span of our time we spend in that vicinity. So we all always have a bonding with that particular area, that particular township. So just a few words I spent about the city.
Beautiful
that is why it
depiction.
is called maximum city, ma'am. Mumbai is a maximum city.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It is known as maximum city.
With this, today we've come to the end of today's poetic session. And I'd like to thank all the dignitaries who have joined us, Dr. Rakesh Chandra ji, Dr. Rita Malhotra ji, Dr. Sudipta ji, Pradnya Surve ji. Thank you so much. And it didn't feel as if Dr. Ritaji and Pradnaji, you have joined us today for the first time on this platform. And it was really nice and very heartwarming to meet you all. And we had a fabulous session. So, any
Thank you
one
so
of you all would comment anything about today's session? Most welcome.
We're just grateful to you, Anuji. Otherwise, we wouldn't have connected. It just said no, poetry connects lives. I mean, that's what's happening to all of us, I think. But thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And do keep joining
Yeah,
and stay connected. Yes.
sure.
So thank you all.
This was
Thank
a
you so
very good
much.
experience for me, at least. This
Yeah,
is the first
Pradnaji.
time I've joined, and uh, it's so nice to connect with so many eminent poets and listen to the wonderful, the great writings from them. Thank you so much. Looking
But
forward to some more sessions.
my
Yes.
Yes, sir.
request is that don't forget to gulp down Rasgulla after moving from the space.
Yes.
All of you must have it, है ना? I'm great
Now
supporter
we cannot forget you.
Thank you.
Yes. And since we all are from different places, this
Yes,
is a platform to connect because very difficult to meet.
Otherwise, yes.
Yeah, offline. So virtually, at least we are able to meet each other, interact with each other, and listen to our feelings, our thoughts. Yes.
yes, sir. That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Namaskar.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
This is
Good
a
night,
Good
everyone.
night.
wonderful meeting. Wonderful meet.
Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you. Same.
Good night, Rakesh ji. Good night, Padma.